Welcome to the top of the morning show. It is your girl TT from the D, and I am happy that you chose to rock with us this morning. We are going to do a very special segment this morning. Whew, some people gonna be mad, baby, and some people gonna be like, wow. I want to talk to you about narcissist relationships. I want to talk to you and help you spot out, identify, and recognize if you are in a relationship with a narcissist. Are you ready? First of all, you got to understand what that looks like. If you've ever been in a relationship with somebody who's a narcissist, you probably noticed that they unfold differently in front of you than they do in front of those you know and love, family, friends, coworkers, whatever. And we're going to look at a few stages of a typical narcissist relationship. I believe by the time this segment ends, you're going to be looking at people a little bit different. You'll be able to identify some patterns and some other things. Let's talk about what makes a narcissist relationship so appealing. First of all, they are passionate. A narcissist is passionate, full of strong emotion and intense physical chemistry. They can't get enough of you. They can't. Oh, yeah. There's a tiger type of attraction there. And there will be an instant electric connection between them and you in the very beginning. And it's intense on the narcissist part, that is. Because their goal is to bond with you, target you so hard that you just overlook the little things. The things that would be a red flag, you're like, it's not that bad. You start breaking down and making excuses for this and that, why he's this way, why she's that way. Because believe me, there are women narcissists as well. But fellas, you have this badge really, really in check. And once that initial fizz, they start to become a caregiver of a roller coaster. Like they are running Cedar Point. Because they take you uphill, downhill, twists and turns, right? They bring so much negativity and drama that you can't even begin to understand how you even got there, right? But I will tell you this, a narcissist will get bored with a partner who's too meek, but they'll chase and obsess over someone who acts like they could care less and or would leave them in a drop of a dime. That is crazy, but it is true. I have one of my sisters, Melanie Smiles. She has a book, and baby, when I tell you the reviews, her book is on the list, Oprah's list. I mean, it's amazing. Okay. My Broken Smiles, Beautifully Broken by Melanie Smiles. You gotta cop it. So one of the stages is targeting. Let's go there. The narcissist finds a target. It's so crazy. It's like a Lifetime movie in real life, though. And they determine the best way to establish a connection with them. So they'll do their homework. They'll watch you, figure out what you like, what you don't like. They'll check you out on social media. You'll never know because you know people make lurking pages. Let's be clear, right? They ain't seen you, so they watch how you move. They ask questions about you. They find out what you like, what you don't like, what you into, what you not into, right? They get all of this information to build a profile as if they're investigating you, just to be able to approach you like the knight in shining armor. Like, oh my God, they are super amazing, yada, 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 yada. Okay? The second stage is I gotta slow it down. Idealization. Narcissists are in love with the idea of a perfect relationship. So they'll fixate on all of the aspects of who they're targeting. They might even obsess over their body, for an example, or admire their mind and academic achievements. But once they put this person on the pedestal, they'll do everything they can to win them and keep them up on that pedestal. And I guess we call this love bombing them, making them just all kind of gestures. extravagant trips and vacations and gifts and talking about long-term plans together, and it sounds too good to be true, and they start to help you change your life, and you looking at yourself differently, like you feel like you're on top of the world, which you should be, sis. Which you should be, bro, because let's be clear, narcissists are not just men, they're women too. But if their target was hesitant to trust or believe in them in the beginning, they become more uptight and they become more aggressive with seducing them to override that natural self-defense. And once they break that down, whoo, they're going to have you going through some traumatic experiences. And you're going to start to remember things from your traumatic experiences from your past. Stage 3, the hook. Boop, act like you're going fishing. This is where the narcissist embeds themselves into your life by proposing marriage. Although they may have no intention on going through with it, they'll get engaged. They'll buy you a house. They'll buy you a car. They want to add you to their life insurance. They want to add you into their retirement. They want to let you know they are in it for the long run. They are making plans to be with you and only you. But some might even marry their victims. Might even go just as far and get them pregnant. Because that's their way of gatekeeping, keeping them on lock, right? And from there, the narcissist will try to manipulate the situation to their advantage. It's crazy, but it's true. I promise you. Now, stage 4 is the devaluation. Now, this is the stage where the shine starts to wear off, and you like, this is looking a little matte right now. The narcissist will become fixated on all the perceived flaws that they see in that one that they just couldn't do without. Right? They'll use those perfectly valid reasons to pull themselves away from them. They might even become hostile towards that person. Right? Who had been their everything. They did everything with. And they couldn't really stand when they did anything with anybody outside of them. They wanted to monopolize all your time, but all of a sudden, yeah, they don't got that much time to spend with you anymore. They're busy. Right? Meanwhile, the partner's starting to realize what they've gotten themselves into, and they're looking like, oh my God. And if you've ever been in a relationship like this before, you're going to start to remember what it was when it was. And you're like, oh, how did I let myself get here? Narcissists are very, very clever. Then the stage 5 is the discard. Okay, so we arrive now to the point where they find an excuse or a reason to end the relationship. And it usually won't happen until they've gotten everything they wanted to get from you and they have found their next victim. So while they're infiltrating the new person's life and sucked you dry for all your peace, all your happiness, make you feel low about yourself, they're removing themselves slowly, getting ready to strike out at that next person. They may even start looking to buy property or something on a level because one of those pieces of property is going to be the one they're going to move in or get for that new love interest where they can see them anytime they want. And when they're ready to completely leave, they're going to pick a fight. They're going to do something that is so out cold that you're going to be like, I'm out of here. And they looking like, that's all I needed. And you could tell anybody what you want. You left me, that's fine because I don't want to be here no more. Now, stage 6, since narcissists relationships always follow the same pattern, it's going to be the nostalgic hoovering. Well, you can rest assured that that narcissist's new relationship will unfold the same way. Right? Leave you feeling vulnerable because you're like, how could this have happened? But let me tell you something they'll do. They'll retrace their steps to try the hoover, a hook, a former partner back because familiarity is a lot easier than it is to seduce that new victim that may not be going for their bullshit. And the last stage is the repetition. After that narcissist has succeeded in hovering and hoovering their victim back into their relationship, That cycle will start all over again. This time, it'll be more rapid than it was in the beginning. And you'll go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I could be talking to somebody. I really could be talking to somebody. But maybe I'm not. We'll see. Well, that's all I have for you this morning. I wanted to get down and dirty with them narcissists because they out here, baby girl. They out here, baby boy. And they am not playing. Guard your hearts. Guard your hearts. Until the next time we leave footprints across the sun, it is your girl TT from the D, and I'll see you soon.